Alright, how's everyone doing today? My name is Chris Allen BGC, and we are doing Players Cup 3 battles. I have one controller, like half my controller is working, so I'll be a little slow. Basically, we went 9 and 6 on day 1. This is day 2. We're at 1534. Not too bad. We stayed above 15s from the neutral ground, and our number did drop a lot, so we're going to go ahead and battle. And we will have 15 battles to do for day 2. We're going to just do them until A, I get a better rating that I'm comfortable with leaving alone, or B, we run out of attempts. And yeah, so first game here, Regirock, Lapras, Blaziken, Cresselia, Clefable. So instantly we see the follow me pressure right off the back, right? We see Lapras, we see Regirock. So this is actually a really nice game for both Rillaboom and Venusaur. But Torkoal also does really nice here, I think. I think Rillaboom is a very nice cleaner as well. And then I think we could get some stuff out of Urshifu Dark. We're gonna lock that in. So the tricky thing with this matchup, right, is okay, Clefable does offer follow me, Regirock can be pretty bulky. It's probably a weakness policy there. Lapras could also be Life Orb, Lapras, Max, get your screens up. Rillaboom as well for priority. Grassy Glides, Cresselia, good Trick Room with the Regirock as well. So those are kind of what we have. I actually do not have Taunt on my team. I also don't have Protect and Glacier, which both of those things I'm not very happy with. That was just a last minute scramble. I knew I was taking the Sun in a Trick Room variant team, kind of the mixture. But like I literally got home and I was like, oh, let me jump on here real quick, blah, blah, blah. And because of that, I don't feel I had the greatest. I don't feel it worked the greatest for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't feel like the most confident with how that all played out. And so we know Lapras can be fairly bulky. We know he's going to go ahead and go for some stuff with the Lapras, probably turn 1. So we're just going to go ahead and try and attack it, as well as throw off an Eruption. Well, I guess my opponent could probably try and Geyser here on turn 1, just to get to Rain. So I think we could switch in our Rillaboom here, I think. We're going to go with that play. This lets us have the opportunity to bring Lapras back out, or bring Torkoal back out to have Sun Control. G-Max Vine Lash should be 2-hit. I also don't like Wide Lens on. Like, I'm kind of 50 on the Wide Lens. I'm not going to say I don't like it, but I am kind of like 50-50 on it, just because of. Okay, and so he goes ahead and brings out the Clefable. I'm okay with that. We are going to Max Ooze turn 2. That should take out Clefable. So we know 3 of his Pokemon. He knows 3 of ours. We both have a Rillaboom. I have the Venusaur Torkoal, so he knows I'm running Sun stuff. He has Clefable, which tells me he's running some Follow Me Cheese. So this next turn, he'll probably try and opt in to bring out his maybe Vine Lash. This should do about 30%, maybe 40. Well, I actually did a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest with you. That's actually really nice. So what I'm gonna do this turn is I think I'm gonna fake. I don't have Fake Out. I'm Choice Band. I'm gonna go ahead and Grassy Glide the Clefable slot and Max Ooze into the Rillaboom slot. What this is going to do is Grassy Glide's priority. It should knock out the Clefable. Worst case, Clefable use Protect. I'm still not bothered. Max Ooze should take a huge chunk in the Venusaur. Venusaur's moveset, I'm not too threatened by it. He's going to max the Venusaur here. So let's see how this plays out. I would hope to pick up the Clefable. I mean, Choice Band, Grassy Glide in terrain should knock out Clefable. We did see it's not super special bulky, so it could be pretty physically bulky. No, it's going to pick up the KO. Interesting that he opted for Clefable over Clefairy. We get the Ooze here. Not horrible, but not like the greatest damage output from that. What are you going to do, though? Airstream. Interesting. I actually didn't even remember that Rillaboom has Airstream coverage. So that's quite interesting. So the fact that he maxed Rillaboom here is actually pretty good for me, I feel. Just because it's not his mom. It's not like I'm not worried about that one, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna max Quake the Blaziken in case it tries for some stuff, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a Grassy Glide. That's what I'm clicking. Thank you. I'm gonna throw a Grassy Glide in the Rillaboom just for extra damage. Blaziken will probably protect here and try and get the speed boost. We see that that's exactly what it does. My opponent will probably opt to take out my Rillaboom this turn. I actually don't know how much Max Quake is going to do. I'm +1 special attack right now, and it is super effective, so it should still do about 40, and then look like about 45. 40, 45. So I am kind of worried about the Blaziken at +1. I think and then +2 from Airstream now. Good play. You took, Rillaboom calling on. That's clutch. That's like actually really clutch for us. So for this turn, I have a couple plays I can go for. I don't think Grassy Glide will kill the Blaziken. Yeah. I don't think Venusaur will kill Blaziken. I mean, I know Venusaur will. I just don't know if Venusaur outspeeds +2 Blaziken, so that's kind of the issue here. I have in the back a way to check it, but is it like viable? Or do I need Venusaur, right? Like that's kind of like what it boils down to. Do I need Venusaur or not? So I'm gonna go ahead and Sludge Bomb my opponent's Rillaboom, which I'm assuming is a Sol Vest, to be honest with you. I kind of want to throw a Sleep Powder on. I'm not gonna be faster though. That's the problem. 100%. And I think I have to just throw a Grassy Glide in the Blaziken now. I like that. I didn't even remember Rillaboom. You don't really see Rillaboom maxing, so that's actually really, really cool tech by my opponent there. And yeah, the Grassy terrain recovery kept him alive. Oh, Venusaur actually did outspeed it, so that's actually really clutch. Now let's see who he targets. And we also outsped Rillaboom with both of our Pokemon, or with Venusaur, which is what's important. He's going to target Venusaur. I'm perfectly content with you targeting my fucking Venusaur. I'll tell you what. Like, target Venusaur, please. 100% all day. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into Torkoal now. I am going to go ahead and Grassy Glide into his Lapras. Lapras should use Protect this turn. I would, right? But I'm not too worried about. So Rillaboom's probably going to have high horsepower, right? I would assume Rillaboom has high horsepower. But I do think that we don't really have another option beyond display. Like, honestly, I really don't think there's a. Like, the extra chip on Rillaboom isn't really going to be. It's not a lot. It's going to do like 20% at best. So it's not like enough to justify it. And if he misses his move on Torkoal, that's fine. And if he doesn't protect Lapras, we get a Grassy Glide hit into it, which is always really nice. And it should, I mean, not max. Rillaboom should pick up the KO against Lapras. So what are you doing? You're Grassy Gliding my Rillaboom. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's right. You weren't you couldn't be locked because you used fake out. Thunder. That's a weird tech. Here comes a heat wave. Kills Rillaboom. That's great. Sunlight goes away. And now we have Torkoal and Urshifu against Lapras. This is actually, I think this is really good for us. I mean, of course it's really good for us, but basically, my opponent cannot kill both of my Pokemon. No, I'm not trying to quit. Stop. I'm going to throw an Eruption. Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys. My controller is just not working for me today. And I'm going to throw a Wicked Blow. There's no point to close combat just yet. I'd rather Wicked Blow, get the crit, and in case I don't know, he might opt for Protect or something, but might as well, right? Get the crit. Lapras lives at like 3 HP. Sparkling Aria into Torkoal. And Urshifu, we both live it. And now we erupt in. And that picks up the KO. Also doesn't have a chance of missing, like, something else. Alright. So that was a weird moveset. Sparkling Aria over some of the other stuff. Max Rillaboom, that's cool tech. I haven't seen that really on ranked in a while. Because it's just so much better with Grassy Glide priority and stuff. Like, so that's oh, I need to grab my pen and paper. Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright, I am back. It gets difficult trying to remember all your matches, so I like to write it down. So yeah, day 1, 9-6. Day 2, first win. I'll actually record those as win-loss column. There we go. Boom. A little slow here on the connection, it seems. That could be a good or bad thing. 1561 Di Pietro. Di Perito. Okay. So, looking at the team. Clefairy. Zapdos. I think that's his best lead against me, right? Clefairy and Zapdos. Because Kartana. So the question is, how do I counter that properly? Incineroar fakes out. You have Urshifu. You have a horse of your own. I also want to bring. Does Rillaboom do anything here? No, honestly. So I'm going to bring Urshifu, and I'm going to bring my Glastier. I really do wish my Glastier had Protect, man, just for late game 2v1 situations where they're going to target it, and I could potentially Protect, keep him healthy enough to, in the following turn, have that 2v1 attack. That happened to me twice last night where it definitely affected the end result. Not having Protect, same with stalling out a Dynamax Tactaka. I couldn't Protect. So instead he is Incineroar, Zapdos. Okay, we knew that lead was coming. What do I want to do? So here it's pretty safe for my opponent to just throw a fake out into Venusaur, right? Like, that's the safe play. You throw a fake out in, and you don't worry about anything else. Because I really don't have a check for flying type Pokemon, especially Zapdos on this team. I mean, Urshifu will hit it, but not like the greatest. I think. So the question is, I just probably risk a Sleep Powder and an Eruption here for chip on Zapdos. The reason I'm doing this is because my opponent should fake out and max Airstream the Venusaur slot. That should be their play 90% of the time. get their speed increased, do big chip. If you're life orb, it probably kills me. So yeah, there's the fake out. Flinch, here's your airstream. And I'm not gonna live that anyway. Even max. Oh, you actually did not target. Oh, interesting. So he opted to target that guy instead. I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna go to Urshifu, I think now. Oh, that was a weird play. I really was. I was expecting the airstream in the Venusaur. Um, no, stop trying. It's getting on my nerves. Um, I wonder if I'm still faster. I don't know this. I don't remember what I calculated my speed at, man. Oh, I'm definitely not faster than Incineroar. I know that for a fact. But I do know I can go ahead and close combat Incineroar and do like majority damage. Sleep powder connects, puts the bird to sleep. Great. Zapdos sleeping. Thank you. Close combat comes out. Urshifu into Incineroar. Not super bulky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was great. That was a spectacular turn for us. All right. So the thing is Zapdos still has one more turn of max. It's 3-3. Here's the Clefairy. I have to break Clefairy. Like that's that's a fact. Clefairy has got to get broke. My Ice Horse could do really good in the back of this game, I think. And I think Sludge Bombs too. I don't want to max yet. I kind of want to. Oh, he protected Clefairy. I was really expecting Follow Me. Good play. Good play. Oh, it woke up right away too. Oh, that's rough. Who do you target? Urshifu? No, you're not going to sleep again. Yeah, you're not taking that. And I'm gonna assume it's also gonna have Heat Wave, so that becomes a little bit tricky here. In this following turn, uh, hmm. So what am I gonna do? Is the question. This is where like Assault Vest Glacier was really handy to like tank some stuff. Uh, we stalled out as max, which is nice. I just think we lost too much. Man, that one turn wake up was kind of unfortunate for us. I think right here it's just. I think we steal Spike, to be honest with you, and I think I just protect. Uh, man. Um, I could also throw chip damage in the Clefairy with Urshifu. It's not a lot, but it could be a difference maker. So that is a potential issue. My opponent could also opt for some protect stuff as well. But I think that's kind of the gameplay here where it gets a little tricky, right? Is how do you use the Clefairy? Are you going to Helping Hand Heat Wave, which would probably be your best play? Are you going to protect, which would again be like a really good play for you, because I'm gonna have to get rid of Clefairy and prevent it from doing stuff to be a pain in my for me. Um, I do think Clefairy Zapdos are a really good team here in Players Cup. Based on what I've seen, I think it could be a really nice team for round two. For anyone looking at something. I mean, I think in a best of three, it definitely has a little bit worse for wear stuff. There's the Follow Me. So I'm assuming Heat Wave's gonna come out from Zapdos here. I don't know. I never assume anything anymore because man, I've seen some weird sets in this Players Cup. Last year can tank a Heat Wave. Oh, we do take a burn. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. One turn wake up, Heat Wave burn. Uh, dang. I think it lives now. About 90% sure Clefairy should live. Yeah. There you have it. Burn. Definitely. Burn lost that game. That sucks. Oh, jeez. Um, so what am I gonna do? I'm definitely living beyond whatever Clefairy does here. I think I'm just going to throw this in the Zapdos, and I think I'm going to throw a Wicked Blow in the Zapdos and hope for the best. Clefairy cut out for Protect here. Wicked Blow and Zapdos, we know it'll live. But, yeah, I mean, there's really nothing better to do here. My opponent's just going to follow me again, okay? If they get a single Heat Wave, that'd be great. They don't. They get the double. Jeez. And it was a crit. Wow. Oh man, this is one of those really like it's like a tough RNG moment game, I feel, because like what are we really accomplishing here? You know what I'm saying? Like my opponent got a one turn wake up, they got a crit, they got a burn, they got double connects on the heat wave, so definitely unfortunate for us. But you know, we're at least +3 while burned, and we'll go into this. Hail's gonna kill me. I just don't have a. Hail kills my Urshifu. I'm assuming they probably brought Kartana, I would think. Possibly Kartana in the back. Because Kartana could just beef up a lot of stuff. So I think Kartana might be their fourth. Beyond Kartana. Their Glacier. Okay, makes sense. So like +3. +3 burned. Speed tie. There's a protect. I think that was a mistake on my opponent's part, unless they have speed invested in their Glacier. So I'm assuming they do, right? Like, why else would you protect? That was a crit. We get a crit on the protect, of course. That's great. Dang. Yeah, I don't know why they just. They must have speed invested, I assume. Because, I mean, I don't think I kill you being burned and everything else. So I think you have speed invested. Or they just really want to, like, I don't know, go for it. Our Glacier does move first, indeed, and it picked up the kill. Wow. Holy crap, guys. Man, I was complaining about luck there, but we won the speed tie. And that's the one that mattered, so I'll take it. I'll take all the bad luck if we at least get the end results that we want. So 2-0 so far tonight. That's really nice. That brings our total to 11-6. Let's see here who we get next. We're only at 1569 at 11-6. We're not going up. We're not. Our rating is not increasing the way I would like. I was in like 640 last night at one point when I was on like a 9-1 game, 8-1 game, and then I got up to like 1640, and then I started doing really bad, and I took I think I was 8-1. I took 5 losses, won a game, and then at that point I was just like, oh, might as well do my last one. Lost it. Let's see. Regieleki, Mamoswine, Imprison Gengars. Okay. So I'm going to go with Urshifu up front next to Dusclops, potentially. And then Torkoal and Glacier. I mean, I think that's like my best team for this, to cover the majority of what my opponent has. I'm assuming Gengar is going to be in prison, right? Like it kind of, there is no reason for anything other than prison on Gengar. Okay, so Cinderace's Max Darkness should 2-hit KO Dusclops. I actually didn't calc anything on my team against Cinderace, just because it's dropped in usage so much, and I've seen it so much here. Okay, so Two things: Taunt, Cinderace, and Prison Gengar. One of those two for sure. How do we counter that? We pray that this works. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to Wicked Blow. Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to Wicked Blow the Gengar. And I'm going to also Nightshade the Gengar. They're just going to max Cinderace right off the bat. So what? Airstream in the Urshifu, Sash. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. They couldn't max Darkness. It's not G Max though, which is actually really cool to see regular Max come back. I never liked the G Max. I think having Sun is way more viable. Yeah, so there's Imprison Gengar. Here's Airstream into, I'm assuming it's going to be in the Urshifu. So we have the Sash here. That guarantees that we survive Airstream. Now we're going to kill the Gengar and the Imprison is gone, right? That's how it works. You don't have multiple ways to stop Trick Room. And you use an obvious one, it's a little tricky. Like I had a Taunt Cinderace mess me up yesterday. That was horrible. Is it Sash though? Right? I'm assuming it's Sash. That's the Sash. Ow. Ooh, I guess you didn't imprison Nightshade, bud. Gengar goes down. Alright. Cinderace is not boosted with attack. So we are definitely able to live one attack from Cinderace. Urshifu only has one. He's going Regieleki, so Electro Webs here. That's the play. And his Cinderace is also oddly not Life Orb, if you can believe that. I'm going to go ahead and... Like, I could Protect, but I think I'd more rather Sucker Punch and just Trick Room here. The reason for this is my opponent kind of has to double into the... Oh. That was wow. I know it's brittle, but that was nice. So he's going to go for the Stab Max Flare. That is going to go ahead and do Dusclops. It does prevent me from burning it the following turn, but it doesn't kill Dusclops, which is really good. And now we're going to go into this. Sun is up. Trick Room is activated. And this is why I really do like Urshifu Dark in VGC. Like even as a suicide lead to take out certain things that you know your opponent, like, okay, with my team it's either Sun or Trick Room, right? You know that. You have to counter one of those two things. There's no other option for you. I think the bird is physical, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw a burn on it. Just for safety. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the bird, man. Honestly. I know Thunder's Kick has chances for paralysis, but I don't know enough to justify not throwing a burn on it on this turn and just getting it to be a little bit less of a threat with damage outputs. So there goes Urshifu. Max Knuckle now doesn't affect Dusclops. I don't know why. I don't get that play. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and go Torkoal first, and just get excess damage out. My opponent's down to their last two. So I think just here, I think it's really nice to just, honestly, man, I'm just going to go for an Eruption right off rip. And I'm going to go for a Wisp into Cinderace. Cripple it, man. Cinderace, the only thing it can really do is it could go for Sucker Punch in the Torkoal, just in case of Eruption spam to try and weaken that. But that is not what it's going to do. He has to get actual big damage off. And because he's on a fire type, neutral. And there you have it. Wow. We managed to win that game without using our max. And that just shows Urshifu Dark's a monster. And if you can know, like, okay, I see a Gengar, it's imprisoning me. Like, I'm clearly going to go for Trick Room if I'm bringing Dusclops, right? So, you're going to want to use Imprison. I don't need you to use Imprison. Alright, we're finally moving up. We're at 1582. We're going 3-0 the day. That's great. Um. Okay. Mm. Spectator Clef. All right. All right. So honestly, here I think that I mean Glass Year can do a lot, but I don't live enough with Dusclops. Like it is a role to survive with Dusclops, is what I'm saying. Like it's 100% a role, and I don't love roles. I really don't. I but I mean then again like also you have to think like Glass Years does take out a lot. I think I'm gonna go Venusaur, Dusclops, Torkoal, and Glass. It's a weird. Okay, this is a weird team composition here. Uh, if he helping hands to Dusclops, that's a wrap. Though I didn't even consider that. Yeah. So if he helping hands Dusclops, it's a wrap. Easy. Um, if he is scared of Venusaur, um, that's great. Venusaur is a two-hit KO. Oh, so he's going Incini. So Incineroar is probably taunt. It's probably a taunt variant, right? Uh, Figgy Magnets. Okay. So I'm gonna just throw a Earth Power in the Regieleki, and I'm gonna aim for the Trick Room. It's not the smartest play because Taunt is probably coming out, and but the other thing is he also might try and fake out the Venusaur, which he didn't do actually. So that tells me we are seeing Taunt here. He'd like the board positioning, so he's gonna go ahead and take it. Taunt Incineroar. So Taunt, probably Flare Blitz. Maybe not Parting Shot. Is that water? That's regular Urshifu. Okay. Here's Taunt. Who do you taunt? You did taunt Dusclops. Okay. No, stop asking me the quick battles. Um, so I really want to apply a lot of pressure right now. So I think for me, I think a really good way to do that is to go ahead and Max Quake the Incineroar slot and pivot to the Torkoal slot. Um, Urshifu, Wicked Blow, Venusaur, probably an I don't. It's probably I don't know. Wicked Blow hits hard though. It might be a two-hit KO, and you might live with your Incini here to where you can attack me with Flare Blitz and yeah. So okay, so this is gonna go really good or really bad, right? The thing is clearly I'm running Trick Room and Sleep. Hopefully you throw a taunt onto the Venusaur slot here. Urshifu is protecting. That's good for me. I'm not targeting Urshifu this turn. That is not my motto. We get that's about 60, 65 more 65. What do you do? Flare Blitz? If you Flare Blitz, I'm in trouble. You Flare Blitz. Ah! No, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Oh, I knew I should have sleep powdered it. Mm. All right, at least it killed itself. What? Oh my goodness! Oh wow, that's. I give you props. That's an impressive. That's impressive. Oh goodness, that is like actually like no, that's like for real. It's kind of impressive. For real, yeah. Like, okay, so here, what do you do? You probably target. I mean, you probably target into that slot. I'm gonna switch to Duskglow. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just Earth Power to get rid of Incineroar. I need Incineroar out of here. I mean, Heat Wave might pick up the KO, but I have to get Trick Room up to make Glastier at least effective and to get more usage out of Torkoal. I mean, Glastier is not 2K on a lot. Oh, you Wicked Blowed me? Why would you Wicked Blow? Oh, Torkoal. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Torkoal's cool. Parting shot in the, I'm assuming, Dusclops. Okay, alright. Bad play by me. Should Heat Waved. Oh, man, I knew it. Alright, so, I don't think we have a win con anymore, guys. Honestly, he just has he has a lot of stuff still alive. And I mean, look at this. He's literally living everything right now. So not the best. Right now, our best bet is to go for a Trick Room while we have it out to do, and go for Heat Wave to just try and pick up a knockout or two here. Thunderbolt in the Dusclops, Wicked Blow in the Dusclops, and that should pick up the KO. Yeah, there's the KO there. We're 2-hit KOing. We should get a 2-hit KO here. Let me think. Incineroar is going to be faster. It can Flare Blitz again. We're in the sun. Flare Blitz kills itself, but it guarantees a kill on Glastier. I don't have Protect, so I can't protect against it and let Torkoal pick up the kill and get Incini out of there. We don't have Trick Room. Spectre is his last Pokemon. Jeez, that should be GG, man. That should be a GG, 100%. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to Heat Wave. And I guess I'll Heat Wave and I'll Icicle Crash. I mean, like, honestly, is it really worth anything else? I'm just going to Heat Wave and Icicle Crash. My opponent should be fine to win here. My opponent should use his Max now. Max, I'd Max and just go ahead and kill my Torkoal. And then Incineroar can Flare Blitz. It'll die from recoil, but you'll kill my Glastier. That's his win con. Anything other than that is a little bit, makes no sense. So, GG to my opponent here. I don't know his name because I can't read it. But, good games, man. One thing there I guess I could try to do is I could have tried to get a Protect off just to avoid dying from that attack. But like I said, with the Flare Blitz, we're in the sun, so Flare Blitz should one-hit KO me here. He's just parting shotting. That makes no sense to me. I would much rather you just Flare Blitz and get it over with. I guess that's like your flex. That's your flex zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can't do, haha. You know what I'm saying? So like, just kind of flexing with it a little bit. But I definitely would have went ahead and just picked up the KO. Because Spectre should still do about 70%, if not kill. Yeah, exactly. All right, so that puts us at 3-1 so far on the day. So that's 3-1, that's 4. I'm gonna do one more battle on the video. And then I will stop the recording and come back with the next set of 5. I'm going to release them in sets of 5, I think, just so you don't get something too crazy long. I mean, because we're already approaching 40 minutes with the first 5. So we'll do our last battle here of this set. 1567 again. We're staying around that 1560s, man. Takes forever to climb up if you have a bad day one. 3-1. So looking at that game, the switch-in was really good for my opponent. Incineroar, I knew it had taunt. I probably should have just did something else to get it out of there and start chipping away at it with like Nightshade. I could have put it to sleep with Venusaur early, swapped Dusclops off, preserved it. That would have been a play because I would have had a free turn for sleep. We're playing almost the exact same team here. To a T. Literally, almost the exact same team. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to lead Venusaur and Dusclops just to see what my opponent leads. With Torkoal. Like, I kind of want Rillaboom, I think. Like, part of me kind of wants Rillaboom over. Yeah. And I also will have to charge my controller. It looks like make this a little easier for the second set. So once we charge up, we'll be able to come back and do those. So okay, he just goes Spectier and Clefairy. So the best move for me, I think for this turn, is to throw double problems. I'm gonna Trick Room, and I'm going to Sleep Powder. I'm gonna throw the Sleep Powder onto that, and then I'm gonna throw the Trick Room here. So what this essentially does is this will eliminate Follow Me while he burns a max. Dusclops, I think, I don't know. Dusclops has lived Spectre before. I don't know if it's bad. Man, I did not do a lot of good calcs for this here, just because you don't know what you're facing. I faced doubles last night, like that's crazy. But you don't really know what you're facing all the time. So basically, we're gonna see here. Clefairy does use Follow Me, so we'll put it to sleep. He is most likely gonna Phantasm the Dusclops slot, I would assume. Which, if you pick up the KO, I'm cool with it, because I'm just going to be bringing out my speedy guy, right? As long as the sleep hits. If sleep powder misses here, we are wide lens sleep powders. Like, we really should not be missing it, but it's happened, man. It has happened. Ugh, a lot. All right, so boom, we get the sleep off. That's really great. We're gonna go to and I'm gonna have to end the video because my controller has died, guys. Oh. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to end the video there so I can finish the battle. And thank you for watching. Sorry.